Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to MaxSpeedtv. Something a little different here tonight. We got a little bit of a charity race here for one of our drivers, as you see his name already on screen, because tonight is all about that 985 driver there of Jason Griffith. Jason, you're here with us here in the booth tonight. You and I, we discussed this. We got something a little bit different. Normally, I'm behind the microphone and broadcasting this event here, but tonight I'm going to join you guys out here on track. But while we have you here in the booth, tell us about what tonight is all about.
Hold on, let me cry. No, I'm just kidding. I'll probably tear up. But no, this is about my daughter Kolbie that was born March the 4th. She was about 6 weeks early. She had a lot of fluid built up inside of her that pushed all the way to her lungs and to her heart. Kind of messed some stuff up there. She has a few more other problems. She's currently on a CPAP breathing machine. She's at Vanderbilt Children's Hospital, getting taken well care of. It's just, it's going to be a long road to recovery, but we'll get there.
Yeah, it's a long road to recovery. Tonight is all about the Salt Flat iRock drivers that have come out here to support you, Jason, along with a lot of our other community friends and family members here in the iRacing community, along with actually a handful of our fans here on MaxSpeedtv who are tuning in. You know, Jason had just talked about how his baby daughter Kolbie is going to have a long, long road to recovery. So we do have a link in our description here of our video here on MaxSpeedtv. If anybody would like to donate either to, I believe, Jason, I have the GoFundMe page that somebody has set up in your name for your family, or anybody that doesn't want to go through the GoFundMe page. I do have my PayPal down there. Anything that gets thrown in there will go right over to Jason Griffith and all the family members exactly after this race. I'm not going to exactly say, Jason, what we have for you just yet. We will save that for later on in the race. But we have about a minute and 50 seconds here left in the practice session. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in here to MaxSpeedtv. Tonight, it's all about the Griffith family and his baby girl that was born 6 weeks early. Tonight, though, I will not just be behind the microphone. I will be behind the microphone here talking all night with Jason, but I'm going to be driving here tonight along with him. So it's going to be a little bit different of a broadcast if you're tuning in here. I will be behind the wheel of the 39 machine here tonight, driving a similar color orange car like Jason has there on screen. But we're going to step away for a couple moments, and we will be back here post qualifying here for this race.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Qualifying is underway here. I am not going to... All right, you know what? We're going to turn a qualifying lap here. This is the iRock series here. Jason Griffith, one of the drivers for the series. A lot of these guys drive along with him, along with the USRA. A couple of those drivers also out here. Looks like 9 guys have put in a qualifying attempt right now, I believe. Or maybe I'm just 9th on the charts right now. Jason, did you put in a qualifying time?
I'm on the track right now, Roger, trying to get this thing up to speed.
Nobody has actually put in a qualifying times yet. Colton Farrow was the first one with a 1 minute and 4 second. Now a couple other guys coming in there. Donald Bennett, Danny Valenzuela has now turned in a time. Once again, though, we thank everybody out here tuning in on MaxSpeedTV. Today's something different. I am Roger Muth. I'm joined here on the microphone with Jason Griffith. This race is all about Jason. Jason, I see you put in a qualifying time. Right now you're sitting 3rd.
Yeah, it's not bad. I was kind of figured I'd be slower, but hey, it'll work.
You know, this is actually the first time I have ever driven a street stock. They call these the iRocks with the salt flat guys. That's what Jason's used to driving out here. But I've never raced this car on this track.
Well, should be good beating and banging, Roger.
So not only have I never driven this car on this track, Jason, this is the first time I've used this wheel ever on iRacing.
This ought to be an interesting race for you.
Guess there's no better way to test out a wheel than going side by side with somebody in a pack racing here at Talladega.
Yeah, just don't get caught up in the big one.
As I'm looking at my time, actually, I won't even have time for another lap as I ran the top line around Talladega here to try and get as much speed built into the car as I can. So this first time lap for me will be the only time lap as we got 44 seconds, 43 seconds.
1 minute 6.646.
So we're catching the tail of the field here. So Jason, while we have a little time left here in qualifying though, tell us, your daughter's sitting at the Ronald McDonald House. Where is that, Vanderbilt?
Yeah, she's actually at the Vanderbilt Children's Hospital. We stay at the Ronald McDonald House, just down the road from the hospital. And
You're in the highlight.
yeah, hold on, I got people in my ears here, Roger. Hold on. But yeah, she's been at the Children's Hospital since the day she was born. So she'll be 3 weeks Monday. So that'll be great.
One to go.
So it looks
Wait,
like
you get the
Jason,
line
you're
to
starting
double
there,
up.
4th right in front of me. I'll be
We're
back
gonna
here in
starting on
5th.
the inside. Closed.
Yeah, I don't think nobody else qualified there.
Well, I got the likes of Tim Smith, one of the Casey Kane racing drivers behind me. He was is part of the Salt Flat League here. He's teammates with the 12 machine, but that's also going to start behind me. Robert Duvendak. Both those guys, you see them out here in the aqua colored cars. I said awkward, but it's aqua color cars.
I wish your orange was a little different color shade, Roger.
Oh, you know you love my orange. Well, Skittles, I see you out there in chat along with Arfke, good seeing both yous. Timmy Valenzuela tuning in. Don's also out there. Danny, that's right, go Vols. Vols Nation here in the booth with me tonight. Logan Detweiler, I see you also out there. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself here on a Saturday night. We know we're going to enjoy ourselves here on MaxSpeedTV. You know, getting ready to Throw them high, wide, 3 wide and handsome here with Jason Griffith up in the booth.
I'm not going to lie. I feel real pressured right here, Roger.
No pressure, my friend. You got that Vols Nation orange.
I know, you know, but still, when you got a lot of live viewers watching, you just feel like you got to be a little more aggressive.
Aggressive. Robert Duvendeck said that if you need to, Tim Smith is available to tap the back bumper.
I'm sure Tim has had enough of this orange car behind his back bumper this year.
Looks like you'll be lining up behind the 31.
I'm trying to forget about the past, Roger.
Trying to figure out all the buttons exactly. That's right, Tim. Danny's out here. Where are you? You could be out here. We could sandwich you in the middle. So right now we got Jason's out here leading the pack around here on our parade lap. Vols Nation on top here.
Get behind the 31.
That's right, Skittles. It's all about the fun. It's what we do here on MaxSpeedTV, especially with the Salt Flat IROC guys. You can catch them every Wednesday night here on MaxSpeedTV. See these guys out there running the special IROC paint schemes that they have. Little V books. Also, Team McMullen. Team McMullen actually put in a nice donation here for the Griffith family that we will disclose later on in the event. Sim Racing Studios, MaxSpeedTV, along with Next Level Racing. Anybody that needs some sim gear, hardware, head on over to Next Level Racing.
Do your thing.
That's where I'll be headed next for a new rig sooner or later. This wooden one just not doing it for myself here, Jason.
Well, I mean, at least you got some nice equipment to work with. That's always a plus.
Well, we do have a little bit of nice equipment, but we could definitely have a little bit nicer equipment if we headed over to Next Level Racing. But long stretch here down to the green flag. It looks like we got Robert Duvendeck tucked up underneath me already. He's ready to go. Robert Duvendeck, one of those drivers that is really aggressive on the super speedways and knows exactly what he's doing. So he's a good guy to have on your side.
Outside. Still out there. Still outside. Clear high, working the top. Still outside.
We do have a handful of fast repairs if a yellow flag would happen.
Still there.
Yeah, should be fun, Roger. Here we go.
Vols Nation, I see in the mirror coming up on that outside being pushed by Cody Levitt.
You're clear.
Yeah, Cody's probably still have head over high.
Outside.
Still got that head held high with that rover win.
Door outside. Still outside.
Well, I'd like to tell everybody I brought a good setup here to Talladega, but it really seems like we're lacking a little speed. Jason, how fast you going?
I'm at 153 right now, and it's definitely tapping the rev limiter, so 154.
13.527. Still out there. Still out there.
Well, I think I brought the wrong setup here. Tim Smith coming around me here in that double zero machine. Robert Duvendeck also. It looks like we may be a little off the pace. I did not actually check the setup that I had loaded in this car. Jason, this might be a setup that we ran at a short track a little while ago.
Yeah, maybe like Irwindale or something.
That's a good possibility because I can wave right now and everybody is leaving me. Look at all those guys up there dancing around like Skittles. Jason up there on that orange machine to the outside there. Danny Valenzuela is right in front of him. He's got Cody Levitt tucked up behind him also. So as everybody's pulled about a 2-second lead on lap number 2 here on me already, probably not going to be a good one here. We might just park her down there in pit road and watch from the stands here.
That's a pretty good idea, Roger.
Don't mind me, I'm just trying to get a couple things up here on the screen. Let's see if we can bring this car down pit road and see if we can just hop up in the booth here.
Just blame it on the crew chief, Roger.
Exactly. Jeff Bergner being my crew chief here on iRacing, not here tonight to hand me a setup, and well, that could definitely be the reason why. Let's just hop on out of the car. There you see everybody out there already. Let's go work on a couple things. We're bringing you some live action here though, and so this is the first time the IROCs have ever hit the high banks here at Talladega. Colton Farrow, though, leads the way out there.
That inside lane's really fast.
Colton Farrow's led 2 laps, but here comes Tim Smith to the outside. He's working with Robert Duvendek. Those two drivers been working together for weeks. We've seen them at Daytona a couple weeks back. Tim Smith pulled off that 5-wide pass there at the end of that one to bring home the victory there. All right, here we come to complete lap number 5 here from Talladega, and they're trying to get the third lane working up there. Jason Griffith and the number 38 there of Cody Levitt trying to make the outside work. Just not enough momentum yet for that 985 of Dobbs on the outside. Well, Jason, thanks for joining us here in the booth. Actually, we're going to let you get down here and talk a little strategy with Cody Levitt, see if you can go make that 3-wide pass.
All right, sounds good.
So once again, tonight here on MaxSpeedTV, it's all about the man that you see right there, that 985 of Jason Griffith. He is the man that we're all here to see tonight and see what he can do. Tonight's race, though, really is all about his little girl born 6 weeks early. Right now, she's down there in the hospital as his wife is spending most of her times down there with the baby, as they do have a room there at Vanderbilt, and they are staying at the Ronald McDonald House down there. Any proceeds or any donations that we get here from tonight will go right over to the Griffith family for all the medical bills that they will endure during this tough time. Jason right now, though, out there running in that 6th position. Colton Farrell out here leading the way in that 62. It's been a couple weeks since we've seen Colton out on track on a Wednesday night, but here we are on a Saturday night, and he's brought the 62 to the party. He's got the 31 of Donald Bennett, as Bennett almost gets into that side there of that 00 of Timmy Smith. Timmy Smith hooked up there with Robert Duvendek. Those two drivers making the high lane work around Talladega here. 7 laps, working lap 7. 8 cars took the grid. That's if you include me here tonight. Unfortunately, wrong setup, didn't check it. Wasn't expecting to actually race with these guys. I was expecting to be here in the booth the entire time, and well, here we are back in the booth anyway. It's kind of where they wanted me. They told me they don't like when I'm down there. I end up beating them too many times, you know, so something about just go up in the booth, Roger, and play with a couple buttons, a couple camera angles. So here we are. 2x2 at the front here. Farrow and Bennett hooked to the inside with Smith and Duvendak running that outside lane. Danny Valenzuela trying to go up there to help those two on the outside. Griffith, though, oh, a little contact down the backstretch there between the 31 of Bennett and that 00 there of Donald Bennett. Look at those IROCs all took nose to tail. Griffith in that 985 there right behind Donald Bennett. You got 3 different shades, 4 different shades to the inside of IROC colors. Red, orange, and Vols Nation orange. Looked like for a moment Donald Bennett was going to take that 31 machine and go to the inside there on that Toyota. Wait a minute, is that a Toyota symbol on that 62 there? Colton Farrow. Tim Smith going to lead that lap though. We're going to have to take a closer look here. Can we get a close-up? There is definitely a Toyota symbol on that right front headlight here of driver 62, Colton Farrow, Salt Flat IROC here. It's a little strange, Colton. You got a little explaining to do. We're trying to get a word in with him at some point. But right now, working lap number 9, green flag racing the entirety so far. See him working down that backstretch. Tim Smith has Robert Duvendak there tucked up underneath him on the outside lane. They got it working. Griffith, though, in that orange color 986 went to the, or sorry, 985 went to the outside there. Who's going to lead this lap once we get back around here? Colton Farrow's led 6 laps there in the red car to the inside. Tim Smith has led the last 2. He's got the outside momentum at the line. Chalk it up to driver of that 00 there of Tim Smith. Cars are going to go white for 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. They will be back on a color real quick. You see all the colors populating back through. Right now, Tim Smith still nosing out Robert Duvendak as they run. Side-by-side action all through Talladega Superspeedway here. Oh, Tim Smith going to go around. Off the front bumper of Robert Duvendak. You saw that right there. Let's go back and see exactly from overhead with Robert Duvendak and Tim Smith. See him pushing real aggressive there. Donald Bennett getting a little bit of a side draft off that number 12 machine. Came through the trial, was just not quite squared up, and just the slightest contact turned the 00 of Tim Smith around, and he went up into that outside wall. So that's going to bring out our first caution flag as Tim Smith's still trying to limp that 00 machine around. Colton Farrow, though, is your race leader here as we work the first caution on lap number 11. Well, we're going to jump to a quick commercial break so we can get more things exactly set up here. The Kare for Kolbie, presented here tonight by the Salt Flat IROC Series. Welcome back here to Talladega, and as you see on screen, a little bit of a friendly little push there. Two teammates there, Robert Duvendak, Tim Smith, helping each other out. Tim blew up there after he spun around in the tri-oval last time by there with Robert Duvendak, so he's going to get that car pointed the right direction. Both of them going to come in, use a quick repair. There's my white car. You see I'm no longer out there, but the 38 here of Cody Levitt is out front. Top 5 at the top of the screen there. Levitt, Bennett, Griffith, Valenzuela, and Farrow right now rounds out your top 5 here as the lights on the pace car are still on. Let's see, maybe we can get a word in with the driver who has led the most laps here tonight. 62 of Colton Farrow. Colton, you got a copy? It's Roger here in the booth.
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, you got a copy with me here in the booth. Colton, we really got to ask a question. I hear you have a love for Toyotas.
I do.
Where does that love for Toyotas come from? Because I don't know if you know it, but there's a Toyota symbol on the front of that iRock.
You know, honestly, I used to be a pure Chevy guy, and then I teamed up with Mr. Danny Valenzuela, and I just kind of started falling in love with the cars. So now I have, you know, obsession with the Supra and all that good jazz, so that's where the running joke comes from.
Well, you say you really like the Supra. Tell me about, which is better in your opinion? The old Supra of old or the new one that Toyota just released this year?
I gotta go with the of old, because I think the new one's just, you know, BMW Supra. It's not even Toyota's.
BMW Supra, as you say. I'm not sure. How does that work out? I'm not a Supra fan. I don't follow the car.
Gotcha. Well, it's basically a BMW motor, and BMW helped design the Supra, which, so it's not even just a Toyota creation anymore, it's the BMW Toyota compilation, so.
So is it sort of like when Toyota, what was that, Scion, and Subaru all came out with the BRZ?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, they all have the same car, but, you know, BMW's not going to release something near the Supra just because they'd probably get sued.
Well, if nobody knew about Toyota and the Supra, well, now you just heard it. You just learned something new here from driver of that 62. Colton, thanks for joining us here in the booth under caution, and good luck out there. You have the most laps led so far here for this one.
Thank you, Roger. Have a good one.
Well, there you heard it. The lights still are still on here on the pace car as we work under caution once again. Let's see if we can find one of the other drivers that are out there on track. Maybe we can get a word in here with the man who's out there with the lonely green car, Danny Valenzuela. Danny, you got a copy?
Yeah, how's it going tonight, Roger?
Well, it's going pretty good. You got a bunch of Skittles out there. It looks like you got a purple Skittle in front of you, an orange one, and then yourself being the green Skittle.
Yeah, I'm a little lonely out here by myself in the green.
How is the track feeling in these iRocks? We know you guys haven't ever brought the iRocks here to the Super Speedway here at Talladega.
Well, yeah, it's the closest we've come is running Daytona, and that's a far cry from this. All the space we got to work with, how smooth it is. We started, or at least I started out with the baseline set that we used for the iRock series at Daytona, and then tweaked on it a little bit. But I'm not really sure there's a whole lot you can do with these cars at these speeds on this track to mess with that setup to make anything magic happen. But definitely out here having a good time, enjoying running these things nice and close, and little bump here and there is a good time.
Absolutely. It does still look like the lights are on the pace car. Am I correct?
Yeah, we just got 2 to go, so this time by will be 1 to go.
All right. I see you have a good buddy of yours that's going to line up next to you there in that orange car. Has there been any communication between you and that Griffith machine?
I haven't talked to him a whole lot. You know, everybody's just kind of been quiet for the most part, just kind of running whatever's naturally happening. Nobody's really setting anything up, but be happy to work with them at any point for sure.
Yeah, it's a race out here tonight. Nothing really on the line, just a bunch of good guys coming out here having a little bit of fun. As you see a couple of your competitors, it looks like Cody Levitt and possibly, I believe that's Tim Smith. We're going to bring those two machines down pit road and get a little more fuel packed into them. Tell us about what's your strategy for tonight.
Don't get caught in the big one. I think that's kind of the only strategy you can have at these super speedways. Anybody can end up at the front. It all just depends on if your car's still running or not at the end.
All right, well, it looks like you got the one to go this time by, so unless you have anything else that you want to talk with us about, we'll get you back down there to the room before you get growing green flag racing again.
Hey, nothing but go Vols.
Well, there you heard it from driver of that 04 machine, that green car right there, the green Skittle. Go Vols Nation. That's what everybody's been saying all night long. And I got to admit, the Vols are looking pretty good this year. Anybody that follows college basketball, they understand Tennessee had probably one of their best seasons out there, and Jason Griffith right there in that orange color. He did give us the Vols, well, not us. I'm going to say he gave Salt Flat Racing. I just had to input it on my side over here. But that orange that's on that 985 machine, that is actually the Tennessee Vols orange color. Jason, probably the biggest Tennessee fan, and to be honest, the only Tennessee fan that I know at all. Donald Bennett, who's going to start next to him, he is a North Carolina fan. So North Carolina, Tar Heels, going to line up right next door here to the Tennessee Volunteers on this restart. Yeah, Tim, that was your brother Danny out there. I guess we can say Danny's going to win another battle here of the Valenzuelas on MaxSpeedtv because you being on the sideline here tonight, not out here with these guys. So with a couple guys coming down pit road, looks like Colton Farrow going to line up there, that red car to the inside with the 38 of Cody Levitt behind him and Tim Smith as those two drivers came down pit road to get a little fuel put back in those machines. So they will start tail of the field here. So we're only going to have two cars side by side. It's going to be Bennett to the inside, Griffith on the outside. Valenzuela behind Bennett. And then it looks like that's going to be that number 12 machine there with Robert Duvendak. Pace car going to duck off this time. 15 laps about to be completed here out of the 100 or out of the 50 laps here from Talladega.
All right, boss man, pace car's off. Do your thing.
There you heard it. The pace car's off, boss man. Do your thing. Just that long haul down to get the green flag. It's in the hands here of that 31. Donald Bennett to the inside with Jason Griffith on the outside. Green flag's waving. We're going to go back racing here from Talladega for the Kare for Kolbie. See, and they're all about to start working a little bit of strategy. Tim Smith went right to the outside there on that restart with his 00. For a moment, it looked like he was going to go 3 wide, but he decided not to and decided he's just going to duck in there behind Colton Farrow in that 62 for now. But don't expect Tim Smith to stay back there. Out front, though, Donald Bennett getting a good push from Robert Duvendak there in that number 12 machine. Bennett part of the Keystone Motorsports team. Jason Griffith actually just being picked up by Keystone Motorsports last week before the Charlotte Roval. So now Jason Griffith. Oh, contact between Robert Duvendak. Jason Griffith, Robert Duvendak contact. They may contact again. Griffith and Duvendak into the outside wall there.
I don't know why you can't
Outside.
hear Earl. Can you hear me?
Well, we're going to have to turn that off. Not exactly
Did
sure
not hear him
why
call that
that's
caution.
still on here.
Need no connection. Check the one on your headset, on your headboard actually, on your left-hand side, on your headrest.
I'm sure
1, 2, 3, loud and clear.
as much as you
got a
guys
good
really
copy?
enjoy hearing Chad Canals talk,
And 4.
we're just trying to turn that off for you there. All right, but contact between Jason Griffith and the number 12 of Robert Duvendak. Let's see if we can actually go back now that we had to turn that off. As you see him coming down the backstretch, Duvendak to the inside. He got a little wiggly, I believe. Let's see what the replay shows us here. Oh, it actually looks like that 985 there got a little help from Colton Farrow, and that then put him into Robert Duvendak, and those two drivers going around hitting the outside wall. Both of them able to carry on and continue. Griffith will be able to go down pit road and get a quick repair to that 985 machine. He should be able to come back out here and be just fine. Out front here, let's see if anybody's going to come down pit road. Let's see which one of the Skittles are coming. Donald Bennett's going to come down. It looks like one driver of Tim Smith going to stay out there, but everybody else down pit road here on lap number 17. We're going to step away for just a moment as these guys come down pit road. It looks like Donald Bennett actually missed his pit stall. Tim Smith will stay out here, so he'll take over the lead for the time being. But we will be right back with more coverage here for the Care for Kolbie, presented here by the Salt Flat iRock Series. Well, welcome back here to Talladega. We're still trying to set a couple things up. We weren't expecting to have to hop out of the car here from Talladega for this race. I do have, once again, though, Jason Griffith is up here in the booth with me. Jason, you were involved in that wreck out there. What happened inside that car?
Well, it was kind of like the rear tires were picked up off the ground and set back down. And then just got a little loose and ran into the 12 car.
Yeah, unfortunately, Robert Duvendak and you making a little contact then, and you going around in that orange Tennessee Vols car. Didn't look like you used a quick repair, though.
No, I didn't. It didn't have that much damage. You know, this is like Tennessee Volunteers, T-Tough, baby. So we'll just kind of hang out and see what happens.
Yeah, so a guy out here in chat that goes by the name of Timmy Valenzuela. He goes a.k.a. the better-looking Valenzuela. He wants you to pass along a little message to driver of that 04 machine that's going to be in front of you there. Could you tell him to try using the right pedal?
Yeah, I sure will. I'll let Danny know for sure.
Well, Jason, looks like we're here under caution, though. We just talked about your Tennessee Volunteers a moment ago. Now, I think I know the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Who is the baby pulling for in March Madness?
Oh, Tennessee all the way.
Man, you couldn't have thrown me a little bit of love being a Syracuse fan. You know how hard it was for me this year?
Did they? They lost the first round, right?
And did you have to go there right away?
Hey, kick a man while he's down, you know what I'm saying?
Man. Yes, Syracuse did end up losing in the first round of March Madness this year. Not the year they were expecting for, but Tennessee having one heck of a year. When was the last time you can remember Tennessee actually having a year like this?
I think it was 08, I'm pretty sure, with Bruce Pearl, but, you know, I think Conzo Martin had one too with Jarnell Stokes and Jordan McRae and Josh Richardson. but they went to the Elite 8 that year. But, you know, Tennessee this year just got a bunch of senior leadership from Admiral Schofield, and that's what a team needs if they're going to take it far in the tournament, you know?
And you talk about Schofield and whatnot. Do you think, though, that they're going to have enough firepower if they end up meeting Duke at some point?
I don't know. Like, they say Grant Williams is a man. Zahn is a stud. I hate to say it, but he is. And Admiral's a man, so it's just going to have to who wants it that day, you know? I mean, that's how sports works. Whoever wants it more.
So a couple of those guys coming down pit road here. Well, Jason, we're going to get you back down there to the team chat. For the rest of those guys, remember, though, Tim Valenzuela needs you to pass along that message to his brother of Danny.
I can take that on.
Alrighty, well, Jason, thanks for talking with us once again. We'll talk to you probably before this one's over yet.
All right, sounds good.
Go Vols is exactly what he was going to say there, but looks like we're going to get the 1-to-go signal here. That was the driver there of that 985 of Jason Griffith. Timmy Smith, though, finds himself out front. There's your top 5 as they run right now. Tim Smith out front. Donald Bennett going to start to his side. Griffith going to start there 3rd. Farrow's 4th. And Levitt right now is running in your 5th position. Once again, this is the Care for Kolbie, presented tonight here by the Salt Flat iRock Series here on MaxSpeedTV. Kolbie being the driver of that 985, that orange Tennessee Vols car. His newborn, 6 weeks early. Anybody that knows, you know, about babies, sometimes 6 week early, it's going to be really rough. Jason talked to us in the pre-race about all the issues that were going on with his little one. We do have a description and a link down there inside the YouTube channel stream going on right here. You can find out all the information about Jason's daughter and what's going on. We also have 2 links down there. We have the GoFundMe for Jason, so if anybody would like to donate, go ahead and donate on the GoFundMe page, or I also have my PayPal there. Anything that gets donated into there tonight will go straight over to Jason and his family to help them in this time of financial need. It is a lot of money for that driver to go back and forth to the hospital all the time, along with his wife not being able to work right now, being out on leave. So all of our prayers here from MaxSpeedTV going to the driver of Jason Griffith and his family, along with all the Salt Flat iRock drivers and the USRA drivers also. A couple of them here in attendance tonight. Everybody running the iRock scheme paint job. Everybody did think at one point tonight that they were going to run that Tennessee Volunteers orange car. That would have been something neat to see, but then try talking about who's out there on track, because everybody has the same car. It looks like Donald Bennett, though, is going to be the lone man to the outside here as they all get bunched up on the bottom. Everybody came down pit road behind them, so that's going to make them go single file. So a long way down here to get the green flag. Tim Smith, though, stayed out here on that pit cycle there. So Tim Smith going to fire off there. Jason Griffith right behind him. Donald Bennett kind of being the guy who's stuck out there, but he'll get in line real quick. Now that's going to leave Cody Levitt out there on an island all by himself. It looks like he might get single filed in there, though. So now we're going to go single file with 7 drivers out there on track right now. 7 drivers working lap number 21. Not quite halfway just yet. Looks like Griffith, though, going to take that damaged 985 machine to the outside there. Levitt's out there with him. Right now, though, Smith, Bennett, Farrow going to be those inside 3 pushing together with Valenzuela, the green one, hanging on to the tail there. Looks like Robert Duvendax is back here. Might have a little bit more damage done than he thinks. Right now, he's just not quite up to full song and dance with these guys. Tim Smith, nothing new. This man, put him on dirt, he'll drive it to the front. Put him here on a super speedway, he'll make a 5-wide pass on the last lap for a victory. I've seen it. We've seen it here on MaxSpeedTV. He won the Daytona race early in the year. 5-wide down below the yellow line to come around 4 other drivers that were side by side. And just like you saw right there at the stripe, he was leading once again here, working lap number 22 now. But here comes Go Vols Nation being pushed by the Las Vegas native there of Cody Levitt there in that 38 machine, the purple deeper darker dew team. He won last week at the Charlotte Roval, and you know, he is a road course specialist. He doesn't like to admit that he's the road course specialist. Oh, as he got really into the back there of Griffith, got him all sorts of out of whack going down that Alabama super stretch. But Cody Levitt being the driver out of Las Vegas, He's out of Las Vegas, but he did want me to also pass along a message that he is by no means a Kyle Busch fan, so absolutely do not make that mistake. Looks like he's going to leapfrog to the back of this one. Danny Valenzuela now going to bring that green machine to push Jason Griffith. But out front still going to be Tim Smith, Donald Bennett, Colton Farrow, that inside lane. Danny Valenzuela looking to possibly make it 3 wide here on Vols Nation. So he's going to go to the outside. Looks like Jason Griffith, they're going to dive it back down onto that inside there. There you see him, 6 drivers right now. Actually, Duvendak has dropped off the pace. Robert Duvendak looks like he's sitting about 3 seconds back, a little over 3 seconds back to the leaders. Maybe just a little too much damage on that 12 machine right now. He does have a quick repair, and we will have to take another pit stop here before the end of this one, so he does have time to get back up here inside the race to try and compete with these drivers. Contact there between Bennett and that 62 of Colton Farrow. Bennett coming off that inside lane there, making a little bit of contact with Colton Farrow. Bennett still towing that, or pushing that inside lane there, right behind that 00 there of Tim Smith. Colton Farrow out there all by himself because Danny Valenzuela not quite there, but here he comes with that 38 machine, that purple machine, pushing him. Six cars under a blanket here at the front of this one. Robert Duvendak off the pace. Roger Muth out of the race. Russell Hancock not taking the grid here. Didn't quite have the setup for the track. Neither did I. That's why I'm up here in the booth. It still says I'm out there on track, though. Just about 20 laps down. Right now, here comes Danny Valenzuela. Is he going to go 3 wide here on the 62, or is he just going to peeking for a little bit of air to the front nose of that 04 machine? As they work off corner number 4 once again. 6 cars here in the lead draft. Timmy Valenzuela out front. Here comes Donald Bennett being pushed by Go Vols Nation. Right now, though, the 62, Colton Farrow, looks like Danny's trying to go to the outside on him, trying to put him in the sucker hole. They're going to go 3 wide towards the front of this one. Can Danny Valenzuela, though, keep that 04 machine wound up to the outside with the 3811? Does he have enough gear? Does he have enough leg? We are halfway this time by once we get back to the line as that outside lane deformed there on Danny Valenzuela and that 38 there of Cody Levitt. There you see Danny Valenzuela once again trying to work to the outside there. Tim Smith is inside and Farrow there in the middle. Not going to work there that time either for Danny Valenzuela. Just not enough. That is definitely Timmy Smith out front. Let that be known there, Timmy Valenzuela. That's something that the driver of the 05 of Timmy Valenzuela wished he could hear a lot of times, just unfortunately not able to. But 3 wide at the front of this one. Smith to the inside, Farrow in the middle. Valenzuela out there on the top lane, not being able to make the top lane work. Him and Cody Levitt, though, you're going to see those 2 drivers probably nose to tail the whole race on that outside. Just trying to make the outside lane work. That time Farrow's going to go to block. Oh, contact! Looks like 2 drivers able to come out okay, but it looks like Tim Smith wrapped up in this one. 62 of Colton Farrow. I think Jason Dobbs also pointed the wrong direction in that 985 as we had just got the halfway mark that time. Danny Valenzuela also wrapped up in this one. Let's see if we can go back and see what happened. Over top here from the blimp. There you see it, just Danny Valenzuela was going to go to the inside there on Colton Farrow, and Farrow looked like he went to block that move there, that run that Levitt and Valenzuela had, and around they all went. It looks like all drivers are going to be able to carry on, but the 2 drivers that got real lucky there, Donald Bennett out front and that 38 of Cody Levitt, both those drivers seem to have come out unscathed there. So 2 drivers able to work their way around that. Also, Robert Duvendak made his way around that incident. So as these guys pace to catch up to the field, we're going to take another quick commercial break here. We'll be back to bring you more live action here from Talladega Speedway for the Kare for Kolbie 50 here on MaxSpeedTV. Well, welcome back here to Talladega. Lights on the pace car still are on. Cody Levitt, though, has the 38 machine out front here, leading the way. Levitt's been out front 4 laps now after it seems like he gets the lead and then decides he's going to come down pit road here while we get the 1 to go and top that 38 machine off. Well, let's just see if we can get a little chat in here with driver of the 38, Cody Levitt. Got a copy?
Gotcha.
Well, you got me. Last week, you got this field. A bunch of the guys that are here tonight were out with you on Wednesday night at the Roval. How different is it going from turning left and right here to just holding her wide open, pinned to the bottom?
It's a lot different. The only time you turn right is when you're dodging cautions, like what just happened to us. But it's a lot of fun, nevertheless.
Yeah, look, it's a small field out there, but it still looks like there's good racing, pretty aggressive drivers all around. How's the driving from inside the car?
These cars are just, I don't know. They're really squirrely. You can keep a hold of them. They just get real squirrely, and the top line doesn't work. I mean, Danny tried to work that out, and then that caution came out. So I'm hoping we can get the high line working. I just don't know if these cars have enough speed.
I was going to say, the question is, how many cars do you need to the outside to make that work? Because you come here in the trucks, the Cup cars, or the K&N cars, Xfinity cars, whatever it be, and that outside lane really seems to be the momentum factor. If you can get that outside lane working with just 2 cars, you can practically go around the entire field. But it just doesn't seem to really be rocking out there. I believe you guys got the 2 to go last time by, or this time by?
This time right now, yeah.
Well, now the question is, I was going to say, the question is, are you going to throw that 38 machine down pit road?
Yes, sir.
Well, see, I figured that 38 machine be coming. Looks like Donald Bennett's going to chase you down pit road also here. So, well, Cody, I'll get you down there to the chat with the guys, and good luck the rest of the way here.
Thank you, sir.
Well, there was last Wednesday night's winner of Cody Levitt. He won over there at the Roval. Led every single lap, had the fastest time in practice, qualified on the pole there, and, well, finished there. It looks like everybody's going to come down and take service right now, except for 2 drivers. That number 12 of Robert Duvendak and Jason Griffith going to stay out there. Once again, thanks everybody for tuning in here on MaxSpeedTV. This is a little fun race here. It's, you know, the Kare for Kolbie. 50 laps here from Talladega, presented by the Salt Flat Racing iRock series here on MaxSpeedTV. Anybody that's looking to help out another iRacer out there on the scene, that man right there, that orange Tennessee Vols, Jason Griffith, had a premature baby born 6 weeks early. Tonight, all the donations we receive here will go straight over to the driver of that 985. So there's 2 ways you can donate. You can go down there on the bottom. There is the GoFundMe page that goes straight, that was set up for Jason Griffith and his family, or you can just PayPal me right there, Roger Muth, and I will send that directly over to him after this race. We're just about halfway. Just over halfway, working lap number 30 here of the 50 scheduled. Looks like 1 driver is out of the race. Here, that is Tim Smith. Don't mind me up there on the banner, sitting in your 9th place. But right now, it's Robert Duvendak, Jason Griffith, Cody Levitt, Colton Farrow, Danny Valenzuela, Donald Bennett, Tim Smith, and Russell Hancock has joined the party a little late, but he is back out there on track in that number 4 Coors Light machine. So Jason Griffith is going to lead us here down to take the green flag once we get around here. There you see the pace car starting to duck off. See him coming down the long front stretch here. Robert Duvendak going to be the man to the outside all by himself. The question is, when are they going to go? Playing a little games there. Robert Duvendak, Jason Griffith. Now it looks like Griffith is going to go. The question is, can Robert Duvendak hang there on that outside lane by himself? Looks like Robert Duvendak, they kind of all got spread out there on that initial start. Right now the question is, with 20 to go, it looks like they're going to have to make 1 more pit stop. When will that pit stop come, and who will be the first group to come? Because you're going to need a dancing partner, because here comes Cody Levitt to the outside here on Robert Duvendak and Jason Griffith. He's all by himself. He says he can make the outside lane work. Well, he hopes he can make the outside lane work. Right now, that's the battle. 3 cars to the front there. 1 car just hanging on. That's the 62 there of Colton Farrow. And then you got a little bit of a gap till you find that green machine there of Danny Valenzuela. Looks like Valenzuela got a brand new car out there, but has lost the draft. Donald Bennett also back here, along with that 4 machine there of Russell Hancock. Out front, there's the people, or the 4 gentlemen now that are out front together.
As Colton Farrow has joined the group there on the outside. So a 4-car breakaway here with 19 laps to go from Talladega. Looks like those 3 guys are backing up to each other towards the back there. Danny Valenzuela is backing up to the 4 of Russell Hancock and the 31 of Donald Bennett. But the group that's out front, Duvendak to the inside, being pushed by Griffith. To the outside, though, that's Cody Levitt and Colton Farrow. Coming to get 18 to go, this time at the line. Who's going to lead this lap? Is it going to be the inside lane being pulled by Robert Duvendak, or will it be the outside with the 38 of Cody Levitt? Give it to Cody Levitt. Levitt out front that time at the line. Levitt's now led 5 laps here. Duvendak has led 3. Farrow has led 9. And Jason Griffith only leading 1 lap so far. See a 3 wide. Here comes Jason Griffith. He's going to go to the inside on Robert Duvendak. That's going to put Duvendak in the middle. Banging doors there with the 38 of Cody Levitt to the outside. Can Robert Duvendak fight back there on the inside is the question, though, as they're going to continue to be 3 wide. Colton Farrow has ditched Cody Levitt on the outside and jumped to the inside. Now going to go to the middle. Can they go 4 wide? It's going to be 4 wide. For a moment there, you saw the flames, though, come out of the right-hand side there of that 62, the red car. Colton Farrow thought, maybe I'll think better of it. He didn't go 4 wide this time by 17 laps to go. The laps are counting down here. That time at the line, though, it actually was Duvendak leading Griffith across the line there just by a nose. 3 cars lined up in the middle lane. Here comes Cody Levitt, though. He's going to jump to the inside lane. Now Colton Farrow also jumps to the inside lane. That leaves Robert Duvendak by himself there on the outside, running the middle groove. Still got this 4-car breakaway. Let's check back here. Danny Valenzuela still back here towing this back group with Russell Hancock to the outside and Donald Bennett right behind him. Out front, though, that's where the action is. Cody Levitt going to try the outside once again by himself. It doesn't look like he has the momentum. Looks like Robert Duvendak going to take back that groove there in the middle. He'll be the second driver that's running second. They come across the line. Who's going to have it at the line? Robert Duvendak going to have it once again. Here comes Cody Levitt, though, with a big head of steam. Not going to be able to do it. There's still 3 wide here at some points. Right now it's back to 2 by 2. Levitt just kind of hanging out there on the outside by himself. 62 of Colton Farrow. Looks like he got a little bit tight coming off turn number 2 there. It really seems like they're trying to go 4 wide, just can't do it. Those 3 cars behind them, though, of Danny Valenzuela, Donald Bennett, and Russell Hancock, they are running nose to tail right now. Robert Duvendak going to the outside, way outside there, trying to pick up Cody Levitt. Then it looked like for a moment he wanted to go down. Now we're all but 4 wide this time at the front stretch. 4 wide with Griffith to the inside. Farrow there to the middle. Duvendak running the outside with Levitt even higher. That time at the line, though, the 62, Colton Farrow, going to lead the lap. There you see Jason Griffith giving plenty of room there to Farrow. He's running that yellow line there with that orange machine. Right down there on the bottom side. Robert Duvendak really going to throw it down below the yellow line here, trying to get to the inside of Jason Griffith. Looks like he's got the nose there on the orange machine. It's going to put Griffith kind of running the middle lane now. Farrow has the nose as they go down the backstretch, working into turn number 3. Once again, Levitt still hanging it high and wide. So we'll put Robert Duvendak back at the point of this race here. Coming down to it, it's going to be 14 to go this time by. Jason Griffith, though, not giving up on that middle lane. He's going to stick his nose there and see if he can kind of get a little bit of momentum. You see he has a little bit of damage on that right front fender of that iRock there at the line. Robert Duvendak once again. See them guys going 3 wide. Colton Farrow still stuck on the outside there with Cody Levitt trying to push. See that other group of cars just behind them. Danny Valenzuela leading that group back there. There they are, 3 wide still with Duvendak in the inside. Griffith in the middle. Farrow to the outside, still being pushed by Levitt. Levitt is really just not going to give up tonight on that outside lane as he gets a little loose, almost up into the wall there. Here they come. Robert Duvendak really hugging the yellow line down there. He's going to take the shortest distance around, but Levitt, the question is how much fuel has Levitt used up running that outside lane, as he's been up there the entirety of this run, as now we're coming across the stripe. Get 13 laps to go here from Talladega. Looking at the lap times, it looks like these guys have slowed down about a second a lap as they run side by side. And that goes the same back there for Danny Valenzuela, along with that 31 there of Donald Bennett. Everybody has Robert Duvendak really taking the inside lane. He's going to go way down below the yellow line. And that's going to allow Jason Griffith, though, to get a nice run up through the middle there. Cody Levitt's kind of backed off in that number 38, that purple car back here. He's backed off a little bit, and seems like maybe he's going to try and figure out and get a run, as now they're going to go single file, it looks here, with Robert Duvendak out front. Jason Griffith going to throw the crossover on Robert Duvendak. Griffith going to go to the inside. Here comes Colton Farrow. Where will he go? Is he's going to stick to the outside with Cody Levitt? Robert Duvendak going to try and cross over Griffith. Griffith's going to lead that lap. As it looks like Danny Valenzuela, Donald Bennett, and Russell Hancock have all came down pit road and came down together. As you see them, they're right out in front of this group here. Let's go on board here with Jason Griffith. Show you a quick Tennessee Vols picture before we get to the actual camera that we're wanting to find here. As it looks like a couple of drivers coming down pit road. It looks like Robert Duvendak, Cody Levitt, along with Colton Farrow. So actually 3 out of the 4 leaders coming down pit road. That's going to leave Jason Griffith all by himself out there on an island. The last leader to pit. He's going to have to bring that 985 down pit road. The question is, when is he going to come? And was that a mistake by not coming here with only 11 to go? So he'll most likely pit next time by, as he has a draft right now. So that's not the issue. The issue is going to be is, can he hit his pit stall and get just the amount of fuel that he's going to need to finish this one? Let's check up on the leaders. Looks like Cody Levitt's done with his pit stop. He's going to start to roll out. Looks like Colton Farrow also getting done with his. The question is, though, can Farrow get up to speed to catch Cody Levitt? Levitt's got a good-sized gap. He's not going to have a draft there with Cody Levitt. The question is, can he, or is he going to fall back and catch Robert Duvendak? All 3 of those drivers coming out with about the equal distance between the 3 of them. Here comes Jason Griffith this time by. He's going to slow it down. He's really slow coming into pit road, trying not to speed. Just needs a little bit of fuel to make it the rest of the way here. So Griffith getting that 985 machine slowed up for pit road. He's led 3 laps out there this evening. He'll come down and make his final pit stop here. Let's check and see where driver of this 38 is. Here's Cody Levitt. He's working through turns 3 and 4 right now. Looking back, it's about a 3-second gap back to the 62 of Colton Farrow, and then it's another 2 seconds back, actually, until you can find Robert Duvendak. Actually, 4 seconds back. Robert Duvendak spending the longest out of the 3 there on pit road. Duvendak spent 21 seconds in his box, 44 seconds total on the track. Let's see where Jason Dobbs is. Dobbs is already coming out on track, but there goes Cody Levitt. Levitt going to go by him. So Levitt going to take over the lead here. So Levitt going to come out here with the lead. The question is, where will Jason Griffith fall through the order here? Now there goes Colton Farrow, so he's going to come out at least in your third position. Looks like he'll come out third. The question is, will Robert Duvendak be able to catch that 985 with only 10 laps to go? So everybody pretty much single filed out. There's the top 5 running after green flag pit stops. Levitt out front has a nice comfortable lead right now over the driver of the 62 there of Colton Farrow. Jason Griffith runs there third right now with Robert Duvendak fourth, and Danny Valenzuela runs fifth with Donald Bennett right on his coattails. Both those drivers trying to make up a 12.5-second gap to your leaders. Back up front here, though, it looks like Cody Levitt still working that outside lane here. So he's going to come across. He's going to get nine laps to go here. That gap, though, now has been shrunk. It's only about a second gap. Now back to Colton Farrow, who runs the inside lane, and Jason Griffith also running the inside lane here. As last time by, lap 40 was sponsored by the driver of the 40 here for Salt Flat IROC Series. That's the 40 of Josiah Millen. Josiah Millen not in attendance here tonight, with other commitments being with his racing. He had racing obligations with the Northeast Modified of Jordan Henn. So those guys out there doing some real-life turning wrenches, out there having a good time slinging dirt. But message from driver number 40 here to Jason Griffith. Go get him, buddy. Get one for Keystone. And he's out there. Prayers to the Griffith family. Right now, Jason Griffith, though, runs there in that third position, trying to catch up to the front two there of Cody Levitt and the 62 of Colton Farrow. 8 laps to go this time by, as Farrow has now caught Cody Levitt. Jason Griffith just kind of hanging back there, lurking. And you got about a little over 6-second gap back to that man right there of Robert Duvendak, as he's starting to slip more and more into the clutches of these two. That's Danny Valenzuela and Donald Bennett. Let's go back out front here. 3 drivers here at the front of this one. Colton Farrow being pushed by that number 38 there of Cody Levitt, and Jason Griffith is hanging on to that draft right there, about a half-second back. Laps are winding down here from Talladega for the Kare for Kolbie 50-lap shootout. It's all about having fun here tonight. It's exactly what it was all about for these drivers, coming out here to show a little bit of support here. That time by, Colton Farrow going to lead another one. That's going to make him tied for the most laps here. Colton Farrow, Tim Smith, both leading now 11 laps. Duvendak has led 7, Levitt has led 7, Griffith has led 4, and Donald Bennett has led 3. Now it's a 3-car train at the front of this one, as Jason Griffith has now caught the back bumper of that 38 there of Cody Levitt. There's your top 3 at the top of the screen. Farrow, Levitt, and Griffith. Colton Farrow winning a couple weeks ago here for the Salt Flat IROC Series. Gave himself 2 wins on his career with the Salt Flat IROC Series. He won last season back at Pocono to round it out. And then just a couple weeks ago winning. It's Cody Levitt, last week's winner, really tucked up underneath there. So you have two of your last race winners nose to tail at the front of this one. And Jason Griffith really wanting to get his first win here with the IROCs. See him coming down that backstretch once again. Going to go into turn 3 here, still nose to tail. Farrow out front, Levitt is second, Griffith third. Danny Valenzuela runs 4th now because They have caught the 12 machine there of Robert Duvendak, so that's a 3-car pack back here. So 3 cars out front, and then a 3-car battle back here for your 4th, 5th, and 6th position. Bennett, the man on the outside there in that orange car. Valenzuela leads the group with Duvendak there in that aqua-colored number 12 machine. Russell Hancock in the 4 machine is out here still driving around. A couple laps down. I think he had a little bit of sim rig issues, so he didn't make the grid, but he's still out here turning laps, so good to see him still out here. Runs right now in that 8th position. Still these same 3 in the same order. Colton Farrell out front with Cody Levitt there second. Jason Griffith runs right on the tail there. Let's go back and check this battle out. It looks like Valenzuela still out front with Robert Duvendak really all over the back bumper of that number 4 machine. Donald Bennett just sitting there waiting for something to happen. A fan question just rolled in, a question about Jason Griffith as he comes right now across the line, sitting in your 3rd position with only 4 laps to go. Fan question out there, does Jason Griffith go by the name Jason Dobbs also? To answer that question, yes, Jason Griffith, he has a little bit of an obsession with one of the former Tennessee Volunteers quarterbacks. Josh Dobbs played for Tennessee and had a really good career while he had his collegiate career, and then got drafted to go play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He is the backup quarterback right now. So Jason Griffith, also known as Jason Dobbs, you may have heard me say it quite often both ways or either or. He goes by either. He also goes by Racing Jason from back when he used to run hobby stock cars on the dirt. But right now, here tonight, he's just known as the 985 here of Jason Griffith. And we're going to get the 3 to go this time by here. Colton Farrell still leading these 3. It doesn't seem like anybody's been willing to kind of duck out of line to make a move. Let's check back here with these guys. It's still the same 3 in the same order. Also, Valenzuela leading this group of cars. Danny Valenzuela, Robert Duvendak, Donald Bennett is those 3. Out front, though, at the line, there goes Colton Farrell. He's going to lead another one. They're going to get the 3 to go that time by here. So the question is, when is the move? You know the move is coming. When is it going to come and from where? Is it going to be Jason Griffith that makes the move? Is it going to be Cody Levitt that makes the move? Or are they going to team up and go together? You never know. Question is when. With 3 to go, we're going to get 2 to go next time by. So that Toyota Super Fanboy leads the rest of this field here. The Las Vegas native and then the Tennessee Volunteer there. If I'm not mistaken, that's actually 2 Nevada boys out there leading the way here. Cody being out of the Las Vegas area, and I believe Colton Farrell a little bit north there, about 2 hours north of Las Vegas. Going to see the 2 to go this time by. The flagman has 2 flags out. 2 laps to go here. For the Kare for Kolbie 50 lapper here at Talladega Super Speedway. It's going to come down to these 3 drivers at the front of this one as they come back through the backstretch here. All 3 drivers run at about 153, 154 miles an hour. They may not be up to the same speed that the Xfinity, the K&N cars, truck cars, cup cars would be, but you heard it from driver of the 38. They're a little bit of a handful. You see Cody Levitt now start to give a little bit of room there, seeing if he can get a run. Maybe he'll go to the outside here. No run coming from Cody Levitt that time by, but he goes right back to the bumper there of Colton Farrell. Jason Griffith going to go to the outside here, see if he can make the outside lane work. He's going to try and side draft the 38 of Cody Levitt. They're going to get the 1 to go this time by. Final time through turns 1 and 2 here. Jason Griffith got that 985 to the outside. Looks like he's going to get around Levitt. Now the question is, can he side draft and get around that 62 machine? Where will Levitt go? Levitt's going to go to the outside here. No, he's going to fake back to the inside and follow that 62 coming down the backstretch for the final time. Jason Griffith nosing ahead there coming down the backstretch because here comes Cody Levitt to push him. Levitt going to jump to the outside and go 3 wide. Griffith going to go and block him at the top side. Jason Griffith going to have to dive back to the inside here, try and get a little bit of draft. Here comes Cody Levitt, though. Will Levitt push that 985 machine? Oh, contact with the 62 and the 985. Here comes Cody Levitt. Levitt going to go to the inside here. It's going to be Farrow to the inside. Here comes Levitt. Levitt going to go way down below the yellow line. Who's going to have it? At the line, give it to Colton Farrow. Colton Farrow going to come across the line as then they make contact after the checkers. Colton Farrow going to go spinning, but it's going to be Farrow, Levitt, Griffith finishing it out, and then the next 3 guys coming across the line. It's going to be Valenzuela who spins with Bennett, and then Duvendak. Oh, Duvendak taking a wild ride. Russell Hancock still out here. It looks like he's coming through the tri-oval this time by. He'll see the checker flags in the air. He'll come across the line. He'll go 8th on the chart. So Colton Farrow going to be your winner here. We're going to step away and see if we can get to talking to these drivers. Finishing order going to scroll at the top. It's going to go Farrow, Levitt, Griffith, Valenzuela, Bennett, Duvendak, Smith, Hancock, and, well, the guy who finished in that 9th position is a handsome fellow. Wait till you see his picture scroll across the top there, running 9th, the 38 there of Roger Muth. Well, welcome back here to Talladega as you see a couple of these guys joining. Colton Farrow, Cody Levitt, Jason Griffith, Danny Valenzuela also going to line up here at the start-finish line. I also did catch up here with Colton Farrow in the booth. Colton, tell us about that finish coming across the line there.
Well, you know, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know where Cody was going or where Jason was going, so it was really just hold them off until the middle of, you know, the dog leg, and it just worked out barely. By like 0.02 I beat Cody, so good win.
Yeah, you led a handful of laps here tonight. It looks like 18 laps being the most out of all these guys. It was just a fun race to come out here from Talladega. You guys have never seen the Talladega Super Speedway with these IROC cars. How did it feel out there?
Honestly, I enjoyed it quite a bit. It felt better than, you know, Daytona to me. It was my first time ever racing on Talladega as well, so it's nice to go get a victory on it.
Well, we'll have to give you congratulations. First time on Talladega, and you're going to park her in Victory Lane here, the Team McMullen Victory Lane from Talladega Super Speedway. Anything you got, any shout-outs? You got a shout-out to anybody here while we have you?
Yeah, you know, I got a shout-out to, of course, my teammates over at, you know, Salt Flat Racing. You know, shout-out to L5 Motorsports, MaxSpeedtv, Sim Racing Studios, Sim Necessities, and of course out to Jason Griffith. Go Vols, buddy.
Well, there you heard it from your winner tonight. Colton Farrow parked that 62 machine. It has a Toyota symbol on it, but, you know, whatever. In the Team McMullen Victory Lane here tonight. Team McMullen, one of those charitable donations that we're giving out here tonight. We'll talk about that a little later here in this post-race show. But congratulations once again to Colton Farrow. He's going to come away as your winner here tonight. as we also caught up with the driver who finished in your second position, Cody Levitt, second. Not as good as last week at the Roval, but second, not bad in itself.
No, it's not bad at all. I tried for the win, but came up a little short.
Came up a little short. What did you really need? We saw you really trying to work that outside lane quite often throughout the entire of this race. It just didn't seem like the outside came in.
There just needed to be more cars up there, honestly. But when we had that group of 3, I knew it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, not going to happen, but you gave her a really good, valiant effort there coming off turn 4 as you guys went 3 wide there to come through the checker. Did you think you had him?
I don't think I got a big enough run. It kind of stalled out down there, and it's kind of sketchy on the apron. So, congrats to Colton there.
Yeah. Well, coming home second here tonight, Cody. Anybody that you got to give any shout outs to?
Everything Colton said before me, especially Jason Griffith. Shout out to his family. Hope everything turns out great.
Well, there you heard it from the man who came in second place tonight, and the man that pretty much everybody tuned in tonight to kind of hear from and watch, the 985 here of Jason Griffith. Third place, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, you can just hear it in your voice. You could see the checker flag. You could see first place. What did you need to win this one?
A little more rear end or something. I don't know. A little more gear. Hey, it's whatever. Third place, I'll take it.
Yeah, third place finish, not bad here from Talladega. But, Jason, you and I talked periodically throughout the night. You were talking with me before the race, and then when the race started, we talked to you in the middle of it. These guys came out here tonight to do something for you and your family. What does that mean to you?
Hold on. I get emotional real easy, but it means a lot.
Yeah, the Salt Flat IROC series, just isn't another league out here on iRacing. It's kind of more of a family. Everybody comes together in time of need. And right now, your family is in the need. Jason, everybody has raised a little bit of donation money for you that we're going to donate to you and your family, not just from the Salt Flat IROC series, but a couple of people here at MaxSpeedtv, along with just a handful of people that you may not even know out here on iRacing at all. It's just one big family. So, Jason, tonight, the Salt Flat IROC series has raised, it looks like right now at the moment, looks like $250 that will be transferred to you after this race in the name for your daughter here tonight.
That's awesome. I was telling guys at work about this, and they thought it was the coolest thing ever that I do this, and I want to thank all you guys so much, and I know my wife appreciates it too. She was actually watching tonight, so it's pretty cool.
It absolutely is cool. Jason, we can hear you're a little choked up, but if there's anybody that you want to give some shout outs to, now's the time, my friend.
All y'all that pitched in for this, definitely my wife, because she's going through a lot. Her name is Kelly Griffith, and my 2-year-old daughter Connor, who has been with us every day. It's hard putting up with a 2-year-old toddler, but especially when you have to sit at the hospital all day long. But she's done really well. Danny, big time shout out for Danny, Colton, Cody, you, Roger, like all you guys at Salt Flat Racing and the other league. It's been the toughest thing I've ever had to go through in life, but I know one day it'll be good. So yeah.
Yeah, everybody needs to see that little Vols Nation girl one day roaming around. Maybe she can step out here with the big boys on Salt Flat IROC someday and show them how to drive, because you put on one heck of a show out here tonight, and we know she would definitely be able to do that herself. But running through your finishing order here real quick, once again, Colton Farrell coming home with the win. Cody Levitt finishes P2. Jason Griffith does finish in that third position. Danny Valenzuela comes home there in fourth. Donald Bennett comes home fifth with Robert Duvendak sixth. Timmy Smith comes home there in seventh. Russell Hancock is eighth. And, well, myself will round out your ninth position, your 9-car field here from Talladega Superspeedway. Once again, there is a link down here in the bottom of our description here, giving you all the full details and the rundown here for Jason's daughter, who was born 6 weeks early. All donations tonight, and even if donations roll in, after the broadcast or whatever, we will still send those over to the Griffith family. So from everybody here at Salt Flat IROC Series, we thank everybody for tuning in here tonight to watch the Care for Kolbie 50-lap shootout here on MaxSpeedTV. So until next time when these guys go racing live on Wednesday night, we'll be signing off here, and we will catch you every Wednesday night with the Salt Flat IROC Series right here.